What you're about to see may shock you. In fact, if there are young children in the room, you may ask them to leave, block their ears, or turn the sound down. Of course, oxygen masks may drop from the ceiling as well in an emergency, because we are going to cover a very hot and controversial topic. Of course, I am Tanya Targett from the winning Publicity formula, and I am here with
Michelle Lange from Lange Media.
And we are here to discuss
the subtle art of not giving an F.
beep.
A beep. So tell them about your jelly beans.
Well, I recently became aware of this really awesome video that put your days on the planet in jelly beans. And I discovered that there are a really finite amount of jelly beans. And watching the video was really confronting. The only way to truly digest it is to not give a...
Yeah, because by the time you factor out the time you have to sleep, the time you take care of others, the time you groom,
you
the
prep
time
food,
you literally probably have like 5% of your total jelly beans to spend on your free time.
Yeah.
And that time is really precious. When you watch the video, it'll blow you away because it's literally as much as like a handful.
Yeah. So I came across this book at the airport a couple of days ago by Mark Manson, I think it is by, and it was called The Subtle Art of Not Giving Up. Now, I have read a lot of transformational and personal development books, and I have to say, this was absolutely profound. He talks about that we only have so many F's to give. Therefore, we must choose which ones to give, because those, like the Robert Frost poem, are the ones that made all the difference. And I have been living this for the last 3 or 4 days since reading the book. And I got upset about something a couple of days ago, and I thought, you know what? I choose not to give a flying F.
And it was liberating, right?
It was it was really liberating, and it immediately put everything into perspective, because I thought about the jelly beans, how many jelly beans I had left, how many F's I had left to give on this planet, both physically and metaphorically. And then I thought about, you know what, it is not worth my time to give an F about this situation.
It's so powerful. I kept a friend out too late because it was my idea to eat out instead of ordering in, and by eating out, we were out for 2 hours and we got in at like 3 in the morning. So anyway, I felt so
Actually,
bad
I think
because
it was 4 in the morning.
Okay, she was her and another friend. Now this other friend of ours is like a CEO of quite a few major companies, and he doesn't normally stay up that late. And I got back, I was feeling so guilty, and then I'm like, what's done is done.
That's what
Kill
I
that
said.
thought, move on.
Yeah.
And it was liberating. So anyway, one thing we wanted to share is we're both about to embark on a 30-day video challenge in a group that we're in. It's a year-long mastermind program with Jeff Walker.
Yeah.
And we are asked to set our goal and intention of the series. And I'll share mine, and then I'd love for you to share yours. So my intention is to actually practice the subtle art of not giving an F when it comes to creating video content. So it's like doing the work and doing what I'm here to do, which is to teach you some on-camera skills, but at the same time, not giving that much of an F to the point where the pressure to do it right, to do it well, or to do it perfectly keeps me from doing it at all, which is what's happened in the past.
And I love that, Michelle, because I am so tired of the same tone of emails coming out, the same tone of videos coming out. And it's no wonder people love Gary Vee, because he's a breath of fresh air. And my goal with this 30-day video challenge is to allow myself to share my voice and not give a flying F what other people think. Because when people opt into your tribe for the voice that you authentically and truly do step into, then they're going to be a delight to work with, and of course you're going to have a high conversion rate, which that's like a side trade-off for me. For me, it's all about just giving permission to be you and to really, truly... I work in PR, so it's a huge call to drop that PR shell, but you know what? I'm calling it. I'm calling it on bullshit, and I'm calling it on that, and I'm saying just drop that shell, be you, connect with your tribe the way that you need to, and give up all the attachments with that, and do not give a flying F.
Right, because if you are not you, then what you are is like everybody else. And if you're like everybody else, you're going to be friggin' boring. You're not going to stand out, you're not going to differentiate you, and you're not going to be a unique expression of yourself and what you're here to do in your own unique way. So look, you will have people judge you. Oprah has haters. That comes with the cost of the freedom of being yourself, and I think it's
being a disruptor.
I think it's a worthwhile price. Do you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you're gonna be remembered for anything in the world, that you're gonna need to have to stand out from the rest. And the first step to do that, seriously, is to not care about what other people think. But that's the thing I love about this subtle art of not giving a flying F, is it's not just about pretending that you don't care about what other people think, it is truly embodying that you don't care. And anytime any kind of concern comes into your head, you go, you know what? I literally only have a certain amount of F's to give, and I choose not to give an F about that right now.
Yeah, and so on that, Tanya, will you read them a couple of excerpts from the book? She posted about this on social media today, which I shared. We promised we'd create a video about this topic, and I love, Tanya like curated some of my favorite quotes from the book.
Yeah, okay. One moment, please.
I'm putting you on the spot.
You are putting me on the spot. Okay,
but
so
we'll do the fill-in words instead of
yeah.
words.
Okay. So in my opinion, in my humble opinion, it is one of the great transformational reads of our time. And I have read, like you, a lot of books. Look, there's a lot more to read, but I felt that this one was pivotal. And Mark Manson is the author, and he writes, not giving an F is key. By not giving an F that you feel bad, you short-circuit the feedback loop from hell. And you say to yourself, you know what, I feel like crap. But who gives an F?
You got to use the F.
And then, as if sprinkled by magic, effing, giving fairy dust, you stop hating yourself and feeling so bad. In my life, I have given an F about many things. I have also not given an F about many things. Unlike the road not taken, it is the F's not given that make all the difference.
F's not given.
Those moments of non-effery are the moments that most define our lives. To not give an F is to stare down life's most terrifying and difficult challenges and still take action. So while not giving an F may seem simple on the surface, it's a whole new bag of burritos under the hood. And just to illustrate it, he goes on to say, I don't even know what that sentence means, but it sounds awesome. So we're just going to go with it. And if you go around giving an F about everything and everyone without conscious thought or choice, well then, you are going to get F'd.
That is actually true. And you're also not going to enjoy your life. So like, one thing I would love to know from the people watching this is there, like, I'm curious if you're willing to share in the comments.
Yeah, it's pretty controversial.
Is there one thing you've just been giving too much of an F about that you're going to choose to not give an F about anymore?
Yeah.
So I will. Yeah. I'm not going to give so much of an F about visibility. About it being such a big deal. It's like, just get out there and be effing visible. Yeah. And if you don't like what you see, just keep effing doing it anyway.
And I'm not going to give an F about what people think. As Stu McLaren said, love me, hate me, and there's no money in the middle, and if you don't like me, you can F off.
Yeah, so if you don't like this, guys, I'm sorry, but you really can go F off. Said with love, though. Said with absolute love.
Namaste, mother.
And by the way, if anybody on my feed that the word I'm using F, which is a substitute for a much worse word, offends you, I'm truly, truly sorry. And but I guess it's good information that we're not a match.
If you do feel it offended, I would encourage you to practice the subtle art of not giving an F.
And actually, if you do feel offended, I'd love for you to email me privately and tell me what is offensive about it to you. I really am curious. I'd love to know. Because I didn't drop the F-bomb, did you? I mean, just the F-bomb.
Is that a challenge? Is that like a physical? I am from Australia, so I feel, all right. I respect the audience, I respect the platform, but yeah. So cool. So we are going to be doing some more videos on the subtle art of effery, which
yes, and not giving an F.
Yeah.
And again, we'd love to hear from you. So really, back to the question: is there anything that, if you search your soul, you've been giving way too much of an F about, that you are now going to throw out the window with the rest of the things that you should not give an F about?
And thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Have an effing great day.
Like we care anyway.
I do care. I care. I do care. But the key is to care, but not over care. Care, but not over care.